Hello guys, welcome to this video. So we're going to be designing a web page and we're going to be designing it from or off design on Figma. Okay, so designer has already created the design on Figma, and then you're supposed to use your code to replicate that design. So today we're going to be using HTML and CSS to do that. All right. So first of all, I'm going to introduce or show you what the flow is going to look like. All right. So first of all, we're going to create our project folder and files. We're going to create a GitHub repository. We're going to initialize that project. Okay. Git on that project and then connect the project to GitHub repository, which is the remote Git. Then we're going to build the sign up page, and then we're going to build the login page and the home page and the contact page. And then finally, we're going to update the GitHub repository with um, what we or the project or what we've done. Okay. So first of all, let's create the folder and files for the project. Okay. For this, we're going to be needing our text editor, and I'm using um, Visual VS Code for that. Okay. So first of all, look at the top left of my screen. I click File and then I select Open Folder. Then I go to the directory where I want to have my project, and for this case, I'll have it in Downloads. And then this is the folder. If you don't have the folder, you can create the folder either on your file documents or your file manager. Okay, so I'm just going to select this and then click select folder. So I have my folder open now. So I'm going to select this icon to create a new file. So first of all, we're going to have our index.html file, which is an HTML file, and then also I'm going to create our styles.css. So this is what we'll use to make our code look more attractive and beautiful. All right, so we have the index HTML. We're just going to have like use the skeleton, okay, and then just by doing the exclamation shift, the exclamation mark, and then clicking enter. All right, so this is the minimum setup we need for our HTML file. Okay, I'm just going to minimize this. All right. So then I'm going to change the title to MATLAB web design. Okay. All right. So this is my setup. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and then create a GitHub repository, which is the next step. So I'm just going to go on my browser and then open my GitHub account. Okay, and I'm going to go to the top right and then select new repository. I'll select that, and then I can name it MATLAB. I mean, it can be any name, whatever name you want. A description, I would just say building a web page from the Figma design. All right, I want it to be public so anybody can view um, my repository. And then I'll go ahead and click create repository. All right, so it's creating. Okay, so after doing that, I have a set of instructions here, which it makes it easier for me to um, go ahead and you know set up or connect my GitHub with my local repository. So first of all, you have this, which just shows you how to create and also insert text into a README file. Okay, README file is usually the kind of a file that introduces whoever visits that repository or gives has information of what the project is about. Okay, so I'm going back to VS Code. I'm going to select terminal and then click new terminal. Okay, I'm just going to collapse this. Okay. All right, so making sure that I'm on the same or I'm on the directory, the project directory, so you can see downloads, then backslash MATLAB website, so which means I'm on the right directory. Then I go with echo and then write the contents. This is a web page from Figma design. Okay, and then I have the greater than sign for it, and then read me.md, then I click select. All right, so if I click this file, you should see the readme.md file, and then look at the contents that we put, inside the file. All right, so if we go to GitHub again, you'll see the next instruction is git init. So this is what initializes, or would I say, kind of installs git, on that project. So you just click git init or right click git init and click enter. All right. So once you do that, you notice um, that should have you at the left bottom of your VS Code, you should see this master. All right, so it means that you've initialized that project, and master is the default branch for any project. Okay, so we'll go to the next command and saying we commit, or rather we add the read.md. All right, since we're going to be adding, we want to add all these files. In there's a HTML, style.css. We're just going to do git add, leave a space, and then period. So this adds the three files, okay? And then the next thing is to commit, right? Commit the file, and we're going to have, sorry, we're going to have git commit, like, and then a flag, and this means the message, right? What message do you want to have as the commit message? And then I could write initial commit of project files. Okay, and then I hit enter. All right, then you get a kind of response, creating mode, creating these files, on Git. All right, so the next command is to make to branch out the main and also make it the master branch. So that's Git branch, then put the flag main. Okay. All right, so you see the master has changed to main when you look on the bottom left of your VS Code. Okay, so the next command is to add this as the remote, okay, to as this URL as the remote um, to your project. Now, this command actually does two things, right? So first of all, I'm adding this URL, okay, as a remote to my project. And then also I'm giving it a shortcut, like a name, like a short name called origin. So whenever I write a command and then I refer to origin, I'm actually using, or I'm actually referring to this URL. Okay, so this does two things, right? So just take note of that. And then immediately I click that, um, I've successfully added this as the origin, you know, um, to my project. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is push our project to GitHub, and we can do that by writing git push flag U. The U there is upstream, short for upstream, and then where are we pushing it to? Origin, right? The origin, which is this URL, Remember, I said this URL will kind of give the short representation by calling it origin. Okay, so where in origin or where in this URL, what branch are we going to be pushing this to? The main. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to say git push origin, git push minus u origin main. Okay, and then we hit enter. Okay, so you can see that it shows us a success and then it says new branch. So you're pushing from local main to the remote main. Let's confirm that by refreshing this. Okay, so you can see now we have a branch main branch. Okay, and then we have our files readme.md, index.html, and styles .css. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to continue start by building our pages.